Okay, so I'm down here in the basement hiding from the kids for a few minutes. As we go into the new year, I thought I'd take a stab at this video blogging approach rather than typing all the time. One of the things I'm reflecting on as we go into the new year, 2010, is that it's been 5 years since I started my journey or adventure, dietary adventure to not just to lose weight. In the beginning it was to lose weight, but to feel healthier and stronger. And so I want to pat myself on the back because a lot of people don't even make it through the 5 months, so 5 years is an accomplishment. And I realize a lot of things have changed, a lot of things haven't, a lot of things remain to be worked out. But one of the biggest challenges I faced was after the weight came off was how I was going to keep it off. And that's cliche. Everybody says, oh, losing weight is easy, and in some senses it is. It's what losing the weight makes you have to face and deal with, and if you're not willing to face those things or change, accept the changes that come, then you're likely to revert to your old habits and your old health concerns as well. So some of the things that have improved in my life on a physical level and just dietarily, or the quality of foods I ate, starting from 5 years ago, I was 230 something pounds, and the first thing I had to do was just reduce the volume of what I was eating. I feel just as smart then as I am now about what constitutes reasonably good nutrition. And so in some senses it was worse because every day the things I was consuming as a 200-pound plus person, I was knowing they were bad for me and did not want to be eating them, but in some senses was dealing with that struggle addiction, and food was my drug. And so my first initial change wasn't drastic. I didn't go from eating, pizza and Twinkies to doing a raw food diet or anything the next day. But the first focus was just reducing volume. So I look back on some of my food journals back then, and it was just all about kind of really counting calories, trying not to count calories necessarily, but being cognizant of the amounts I was putting in, and just being aware of when and why I was eating. So over the years, things gradually improved in my health, and I kept kind of wanting to take things to the next level. I got more educated, I guess, on whole foods cooking, and I was vegetarian, close to vegan, even as a 230-pound person. I was, on that path already, and so I've continued with that, and it's just kind of been stepping stones for me, and with trying different things, and moving more towards a stricter plant-based diet, I guess, if you want to call it strict. I find it quite liberating. But so today I guess we call it a high raw food diet, vegan diet. So I eat a lot of fruits, vegetables, some cooked beans, some sprouted, and very few cooked grains, maybe oats occasionally. We actually soak oats a lot. We like that. But really having fun experimenting right now with the different raw food recipes and continuing on that path a little bit. But going back to some of the things that I have resolved in these 5 years, I did commit to regular exercise. I now exercise every day, and it's almost part of my day that feels lacking if I don't. Now, granted, I walk 30 minutes a day on a treadmill, or sometimes up to an hour, depending on my mood and what time I have. Or in the good weather, I'm always out walking around. We walk lots of places just for the heck of it, and make an effort to put in that 30 minutes or more every day. And so now I'm kind of at that plateau where I know I need to bump it up a bit to really feel the benefits of exercise. On the strength level, I definitely feel that that's the case now, but I still have committed to my daily walking regime, and it's actually not even much of a commitment anymore because it's just something I do and wouldn't feel right not doing. Although I'm not completely obsessive, although I could certainly go down that road. I've been there with other things, but if I'm not feeling well, or really just don't have the physical strength to get up and get on the treadmill, or we're just so busy or something, there's days where I give myself a break. But most of the time, and 9 times out of 10, if not more, I'm down there, and it's actually become kind of my reprieve from the day. I either go outside and enjoy the nice weather, or I walk on the treadmill and enjoy watching TV, a little break from the kids or something, while Dad's upstairs keeping him busy. So that exercise commitment has been huge, and like I said, I've improved the quality of the foods I'm eating. So though I still do have some issues, obviously I didn't get to be 230 pounds by just eating a little too much. I obviously had some emotional cues or triggers that caused me to get that way, and of course had to examine that. And I feel on the whole a more balanced relationship with food. I do have times when I still feel like things trigger me. I honestly could say I never feel like triggered to want to go eat pizza or to go down and eat a box of Twinkies or anything. But I do, like, if something tastes good, like dates. I like dates, or just even the raw chocolate and bananas and things like that. If it tastes good and I'm stressed, or the kids are really bugging me and I just don't feel like I have any other outlet, I will sometimes find myself eating too many bananas or walnuts or something like that. And I'm aware in those moments that it's an emotional response, and that it's, not to the degree of the binge eating that I used to do in the past, and certainly not the quality of foods. But I'm aware also that, even overeating healthy foods is not quite to the balance that I want to be. Now, on the other hand, it's leaps and bounds from where I used to be, and at the very least, I'm conscious of why and when I'm doing it, and I generally am able to stop myself and say, take a breath, or no big deal, start tomorrow with a better outlook, start right now with a better outlook. So finding ways to relieve stress, or even sometimes to spark creativity and relieve some boredom from some of the monotony of household chores and things like that. Finding those things to engage your mind and keep you from sometimes feeling like food is the only outlet you have for instant gratification. That can be hard. It's not always exciting and fun. So those are the things that I still deal with, and I'm sure many of us do. But as we go into the new year, I'm looking forward to exploring some more of these issues, and definitely looking into the next 5 years, or even I'm 36, 37 this year, so looking into the next 3 years into my 40th birthday, maybe that range of setting some really concrete goals for myself, but not being too hard on myself at the same time, really appreciating the progress I've made and the opportunities I have. So that's where I am. Happy New Year, everybody.